Welcome to my top 10 zines that I found in 2022. Happy New Year's Eve. My name is Stephanie and I make a zine called New Hearts, New Bones, and I organize Street Cat Zine Fest yearly. It's a zine festival normally in August, the end of summer, and it's in Ohio. So, some of my zines are from Street Cat Zine Fest. Some of these zines are from the mail. Some of these zines are from Glue Stick, a zine fest that I went to in Indiana. And some of these zines are from people that I met out and about. So, off the bat here is Love Me and Other Little Comics by Maxime Lowe. This is a person I got to meet through a friend, and they're really nice. They came to Street Cat Zine Fest, and they make really cool little comics. Definitely check them out. I got their little info right there. So that's 10. These are in no real specific order, just 10 ones that really stuck out to me this year that I liked. This zine is pretty interesting. I got this at Street Cat Zine Fest as well. It is called Whatever Happened to Grimace by Han Hampy, and it has kind of a neat format here like that, but it just does a little deep dive, like if you like reading Wikipedia pages, into the lore and history of Grimace and the McDonald's lore and what happened to him. It's real nice in color, sturdy material there. So that was 9. So number 8. Alright, sorry about that. My phone ran out of storage. So we were on zine 8. Amaranth, the Immortal and Unwithering. It's a really neat zine kind of about their experience with this plant and growing it and just kind of why they love it so much. Definitely an interesting read and kind of makes you want to grow it in your next garden season. So now on to number 7. Lucky number 7, and these are going to count as one kind of. This is my friend Hannah makes a perzine called Meadow Machine, and they were at Street Cat Zine Fest as well. This is issue 2 and 3. Just really interesting perzine stuff that you would imagine about their lives and their experiences, different travels they've been on, kind of their experience with being a mother. So all really interesting. Lots of collage art and writing. They're a very good writer, so if you're into perzines, definitely recommend checking those out for sure. So next up on the list, 6 is Colossal Youth 1, and this was made in May 2022. I got this at Glue Stick. Really neat. It's kind of like about teenage nostalgia. They describe it as a personal zine about teenage nostalgia and angst and reconnecting with who I used to be and who I've always been. And shout out, they're from Cleveland, Ohio, so that's cool. Fellow Ohioan zine maker. Very neat. There's like some perzine stuff too, collage art, cool stuff for sure. They're on Instagram under Apartment 5F. Put their info right there. Definitely cool stuff. Can't wait to see what else they end up making. So we're on to 5, and this is a collection kind of all these different little comics, and this is called Sid and the Sickos, and yeah, it's just the whole thing's filled with all these different comics. Very interesting. The characters, some are lovable, some are not so lovable, but you know, they have like character growth and development, and you see them change and grow. It's pretty neat. It's kind of about all these different characters who play in a band, or music's a part of their life in some way. But this I got at Street Cat Zine Fest from a tabler that goes by Mild Pain, I do believe, and this is by Abby Kaysen, so definitely recommend checking that out. I got a chance to read this over Thanksgiving break, I think. Sometimes that's one of the, kind of like right now I'm on winter break, as someone who works in the education field, sometimes those are the only times of the season that you get a little downtime to do kind of fun stuff like that, reading and whatnot, chillaxing. The next zine is really cool. It was part of a zine trade for the Street Cat Zine Fest. It's from London, and it's called Nekorama. Could be saying it wrong. It's volume 3, but it's definitely very cat themed. It was made in October 2020. Like some cat comics, just really neat, like cats in books, cats in movies, little collage art, cats they have known. So it's neat as a fellow cat lover just to reflect on that. Definitely enjoyed this scene. A little bit of comics in there as well. Very cool. Cat bakery, different types of little cats there. And I'll throw up their little card. They got some info on the back there. And I think that some of their zine profits go to cat charities where they live, so that's pretty cool too. Helping out the cats is always good. Now we're on to 4. This is a zine by one of my Columbus zine friends. It's called Pagan. I think it came out around, I'm not sure, I don't have a date on their little note for me, but definitely got it sometime this year. And they make a zine called Philistine Zine, and this was kind of just like a little shorter one-off from them, and they're just kind of writing about how they're, in their little note to me, they wrote about how they are leaning into their witchy side of themselves, and it's interesting to read about that and how it plays into their daily life in different ways. I've always loved Stephen's writing. It's always very humorous but insightful and very moving at times. So like if you want a zine that might make you cry and laugh at the same time, Stephen's are always good for that. Let's see. That was 4? Are we on? Let me see what we're on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. So this was 3. 2. Porch Beers, issue 4. I was lucky enough to meet Elliot at a really rad house show in West Virginia, Huntington, West Virginia at that. Shout out to 1901, really cool house venue. and met a fellow zinester there when my band played. So as soon as they didn't have any zines with them, so whenever I got home, I definitely took the time to look them up and check them out and get one of their zines right away. But this has been a really interesting read and enjoyable read. Kind of a per zine, writing about their life. Each one kind of has a theme. This one is food and about their relationship with food and how it's a part of their life. They kind of got a nice little catalog there in the back. I always appreciate that they have a little content warning for each kind of section of the zine, and they touch on any issues that they might be writing about that could be upsetting for someone, so that's always appreciated. But very cool read there. And then number 1 is I Can't Hear You, Experiences in Hearing Loss. I can't recall where this came from, so if you know, let me know in the comments. It says Evie 2019. I'm pretty sure I got it at a Zine Fest. Yeah, I got it at Street Cat Zine Fest. It may have been from Crap Pandemic. They're a distro, but I cannot be certain of that. But it's actually just really interesting. It's kind of different experiences that they've had, collage art mixed in, looks like just handwriting, like things that people have said to them, and the whole kind of experience of the zine is really interesting. There's this part here where it says, "This zine is hard to read, kind of like me trying to listen to you in public." So they're trying to like give you the feeling that they're having and experiencing. So it's really neat in that way that they're using the art and the medium to share their own experiences and what they're going through. So I really enjoyed that. Really interesting. That's one of the things I love about zines is you can learn about other people's experiences and lives and what they're going through, something you may not learn about any other way, really, if you don't personally know someone going through that. So that has been awesome favorite zines that stuck out to me in 2022. I do want to shout out one of the favorite new artists that I found. I don't have any of their zines on hand because I've shared them with other people, because sometimes when you find a really awesome zine you want to pass it along. But they were at Street Cat Zine Fest, Dark Age Online, super awesome art, really cool zines. Definitely check them out. So I wanted to shout them out. Love their style. The whole aesthetic is really neat. Definitely wanted to shout them out. And going into 2023, I definitely want to read this. I haven't got a chance yet. I got this at Glue Stick. It just looks really cool, glued in place. I think I may have started reading some of it, but it looks really awesome. The person who made this was gonna come to Street Cat Zine Fest, but it didn't end up working out, so I'm really glad I got to see them at Glue Stick and get their comic, and definitely look forward to reading this and checking it out, and maybe having them at Street Cat in the future would be awesome. So I hope everyone has a safe evening for this New Year's. Hope however the year has been for you, that moving forward next year is good. And if you are interested in sharing your top zines of 2022, that would be awesome, and the zine community would love to hear from you. So feel free to get out your phone make a post, share however you want to, make a list if you prefer writing, and share your top zines of 2022. Have a great, safe evening, and I'll see you next year. Bye.